Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Command and Conquer. We're not done yet. There's still the Funpark Dinosaur campaign to do. Just some extra Easter egg missions. To be honest, they're not the best from a design or quality standpoint, but they're just a fun little extra thing. And I do want to do all the content, except Pat sucks because that mission is actually what sucks. It's just not fun and not well made. So, pretending that doesn't exist, once we've done the Funpark Dinosaur campaign, we're going to have done absolutely 100% of the content. Let's get started.
I've been receiving strange reports of odd animal behavior. I want you to take some of your troops in to report your findings.
Guys, I think I might know what the strange sightings are. So there have been reports of strange animals in this area. Take your units to investigate and report back your findings. Was that a blackbird there behind Kane in that opening cutscene? I think it was. So we have some infantry and a couple of recon bikes. Regardless of whether you choose GDI or Nod, you get mixed units, but there are some differences, and some of the missions are arguably a little bit easier to complete with GDI, I think. So anyway, we're exploring. We have some very appropriate jungly music. We're just going to leave the infantry behind. They won't really be useful. We want the speed of the recon bikes. Now, these missions, I believe, are very difficult. So we'll see how I do. I don't guarantee excellent performance on the dino missions. Alright, so we've encountered a Triceratops. Yes, a Triceratops. It seems to me that it's very mean of us to just start destroying this thing, which is probably just grazing and living its dinosaur life. So this is basically just a test of our unit control, our micromanagement. Can we kite a slower enemy? That's basically all this is. We got more reinforcements, which was another pair of recon bikes. The dinosaurs are absolutely implausibly tough, taking a ridiculous amount of firepower to bring down. Alright, I feel like a monster now after killing that poor Triceratops. Well, let's continue exploring this strange land filled with monsters that should be extinct, but they're not. Okay, that is a Tyrannosaurus Rex that appears to be massacring the people of this farmstead and this little church. So unlike the Triceratops, I have no guilt about wrecking this T-Rex. Once again, it's just a matter of, do you know how to kite? The T-Rex is ridiculously powerful, so if it gets a chomp out of our units, they will die very quickly, like that. However, it is very, very slow. And it squashed that poor man. Alright, we saved this farmstead and this little church from destruction at the hands of the Tyrannosaurus. Proceeding onward, let's see what crazy thing we find next. Oh, there's something there. It is a Stegosaurus. I once again feel like a complete monster killing this thing. Isn't it just a herbivore? If we just leave it alone, I think it's likely to leave us alone, but no. It is painfully slow. Once again, this is nothing but a test of our micro, and we win. Okay. This is so silly. On to mission 2. We have lost contact with our base in this region. Find the base and secure the area. Eliminate any threats you find. Okay, this is apparently a tiny little map. Our resolution exceeds the map size, which we're only 800 by 600. We were given 4 commandos and a Chinook. So, once again, our objective is to find and destroy all the dinosaurs on the map.
Yo, I'm on it. Yo, no problem. I'm on it. Yo, I'm on it. You got it.
Okay, looks like we should be able to land down there.
Vehicle reporting.
I suppose I should make a save. Dinos. Considering when Command & Conquer was released, and when the film Jurassic Park was released, it's pretty obvious what this is an homage to.
Moving out. Time to rock and roll. Time to rock and roll. Time to rock and roll. Time to rock and roll.
That's pretty cool listening to that. Oh my god, we're under attack.
Yes, sir.
We're getting maimed. Okay, we may lose immediately.
Waiting order. Moving out. Yeah, you got it. I'm on it.
Okay, that didn't go well.
Just moving out.
Alright, well, I think we've lost. Let's reload. Maybe we're supposed to go in this direction first.
Moving out. Time to rock and roll. 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 Sir.
Time to rock and roll.
You got it. Yes, sir. You got it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Oh, there is
You got it.
an innocent Triceratops. It is very, very low on hit points, so our commandos will be able to snipe it down eventually. Okay, and that magically causes our base to appear. Alright, that's what we had to do then. This is one of the missions that's easier as GDI because we have orcas instead of Apaches, and orcas are better at killing dinosaurs for whatever reason.
Yes, no problem.
Alright, let's load up our commandos into our Chinook.
Yes, sir.
Put these guys on a control group,
Come on. I'm on it.
and we are building Humvees for scouting purposes.
Yo, I'm on it. Awaiting order.
Alright, let's drop off our commandos down here and start scouting with the Humvee.
Construction complete.
Moving out.
We have extremely limited resources, as you can see. We have no construction yard, no refinery, so what we've got is what we've got. We have to make
Acknowledge.
good use of it. Oh, okay, there's
Affirmative.
an enemy creature. It's a Stegosaurus, I believe.
Unit affirmative.
I feel so evil killing these dinosaurs.
Moving out. Time to rock and roll. Time to rock and roll. Time to rock and roll. Time to rock and roll.
It's just minding its own business. Maybe I can kite it.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledge. Moving out. Affirmative.
Yep, alright, I can kite it around while my orcas reload.
Unit reporting. Moving out.
Alright, looks like
Yes, sir.
they've rearmed.
Unit acknowledge. Affirmative.
Do another bombing run on the improbably strong Stegosaurus that takes many, many rockets to bring down.
Come on.
Okay, takes care of that.
Moving out.
Continue our scouting mission.
Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledge.
Oh, we found... what is this? A Tyrannosaurus. Okay, that sounds threatening. We might want a medium tank to help deal with this. Although, I can probably just kite it around. Whoa, 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 don't get close.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
The Orca's having a lot of trouble sighting this T-Rex. There you go, buddy. I knew you could do it. I knew you had it in you. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving
Again, this is mostly just a test of micro.
affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Okay, I misclicked. There we go.
Affirmative.
Whoa, that was close.
Moving out.
I'm pretty sure the T-Rex's attack animation is bugged, so it's really ridiculous looking.
Acknowledge. Moving out. Acknowledge. Moving out.
Alright, it's nearly dead.
Vehicle reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
Seriously, why are these dinosaurs so strong?
Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, it's another dino down.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
We didn't need the help of the medium tank after all.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Come on.
Calm down, buddy. If I send you out there, you're gonna get eaten by dinosaurs. Does that sound pleasant?
Acknowledge.
All of you together were only able to get that Stegosaurus because it was nearly dead anyway.
Moving
pretty sure the rest of these dinos are full health, so
Moving out.
don't think it would end well for you.
Moving out.
Oh, I didn't call out the hilarious and ridiculous logo.
Moving out. Acknowledge.
I feel like while I'm doing this scouting, I can increase the game speed a bit.
Moving out.
Hello, dinosaurs.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative.
Oh, there's one. Run!
Affirmative.
Alright, let's reduce the game speed a bit so that we can actually target this thing. Is that a velociraptor? Won't stay still long enough for the cursor to tell me, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, guys, it's not there anymore. Nice pathing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's fast but not strong.
Yes, moving out. Moving out.
Alright, back to faster scouting speed.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Like I said, they're fun little missions. I mean, you get to fight dinosaurs in Command & Conquer, that's cool. But from a are the missions well designed and the most fun thing, you know, quality perspective? Probably not.
Moving out. Moving out. Unit reporting. Moving out. Affirmative. Unit reporting. Moving out.
Pretty sure there's something over there, but maybe I need Commando with his better sight range to find it, or maybe I'm just not even remembering correctly. Who knows?
No problem.
There it is.
Waiting order. Yes, sir.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
I think that is a T-Rex. Yes. So, Commando plus medium tank plus orcas will eventually kill it. Alright, I don't think I needed to slow the game down for this.
Vehicle reporting. That was left.
Oh, okay, it's dead.
Moving out. Moving
Good
out.
job, guys.
Unit reporting.
Okay, I think we can make a save here. And we're clearly going to have to start scouting
Moving out.
some of these other areas. We already know that there's a raptor, like, waiting for us right here. Maybe I should land here? I don't know. We will see. As long as I don't lose the Chinook. I can afford to lose a Commando.
Moving out. Time to rock and roll. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, sir.
It hasn't spotted us. The orcas should be able to take it down. Oh lord. Don't chase it into the Commando. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
Raptor down.
I'm on it.
Let's find more dinos.
No problem.
And brutally slaughter them.
No problem. You got it.
Oh, there's another one.
Unit reporting.
Orcas are rearmed.
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
Get wrecked.
You got it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Okay, we got it.
I'm on it. I'm on it. No problem. I'm on it.
I'm something of an animal lover, so this just feels so mean. I mean, not all animals. There are animals that
No problem.
I despise. Also, I am happy to eat tasty animals, such as chickens and cows and pigs.
You got it.
But I am kind of an animal lover, so just going around brutally murdering these dinosaurs
You got it.
doesn't feel great.
No problem. No problem. I'm on it. You got it. I'm on it. No problem.
Where are you at, Dino?
I'm on it.
Oh,
I'm on it. Yes, sir.
is that the last one? Probably. I don't know if my recording software is going to pick that up or not,
Yo, I'm on
but I
it.
accidentally hit a volume button on my earbuds.
I'm on it. I'm on it. You got it.
Finish it. Oh man, it regained health when it ate him. I didn't know they did that. That's hilarious. Alright, I don't feel so bad about killing this one now. It ate my Commando.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Mission
Okay.
accomplished.
Another mission done. These missions are ridiculous. Okay, on to mission 3. We've lost a lot of men in these woods. You must clear the path for the safety of future troops passing through this area. Our scientists indicate that these dinosaurs aren't as dumb as previous theories believed. Okay, this mission is where it starts to get annoying, I guess. From like a gameplay perspective. This might be a little tedious clearing this one.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
But we will do our best. So, oddly, the way it's designed is there's several crossings here. And each time you cross one, it prompts a Triceratops to come from the south and try to eat all your guys.
Moving out. Moving out.
Anytime now.
Acknowledge.
Okay, am I crazy and don't know what I'm talking about again? That seems to happen a lot.
Moving out.
Okay. Oh, there it is. I'm not crazy.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. You got it, sir. Ready and waiting. Roger. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we just hit this thing with all of our guys, kite it around a bit. There we go. That's the end of it.
Yes, sir.
Poor thing.
Affirmative.
Honestly, I can probably do this at one notch up.
Moving out. Moving out.
Okay, should prompt the next one to come. Here it comes.
Yes, moving out. Unit out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, acknowledge. Yes. Moving out.
Alright.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
One more crossing, one more Triceratops.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged.
Here it comes.
Yes, moving out. Awaiting orders. Roger.
Seriously, why can they take a bazillion rockets and heavy machine gun rounds?
Ready. Moving out.
I question this. Okay. That takes care of the initial threat. Now we just have to go into all the surrounding woods, which are absolutely filled with raptors. And so if we just take all our forces and send them in there
Roger.
willy-nilly, they're probably all going to get devoured and die horribly.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
So what we're going to do, it's kind of silly, but we're basically going to create
Moving out.
a death gauntlet.
Reporting. Moving
And we're going to try to lure the velociraptors out
Reporting. Moving
into the waiting death gauntlet.
Moving out.
And hopefully tear them to pieces before they eat too many of our guys. Is essentially the plan here.
Got it. Reporting. Roger. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Like I said, it's pretty tedious, but if we just go in the woods gun blazing,
You got it.
our guys are going to get horribly devoured and we're going to lose the mission. So
Right away, sir. Yes, sir.
we'll do it this way.
Right away, sir.
Spread our guys out a
Reporting.
little.
Roger.
I don't
Yes, sir.
think the Raptors have any kind of AoE capability, but why tempt fate?
Unit reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Augment the gauntlet with a variety of heavy machine gun units.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Put all the
Right away.
flame units that will probably kill themselves and their friends off in their own little group so they don't
Yes, sir.
completely ruin everything.
Unit reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Okay, I reckon that'll do.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Death gauntlet established. Now, the tedious process of luring the raptors out and killing them one by one, sometimes two by two.
Acknowledge.
Okay, that one was hiding behind a tree and I didn't even see it. It didn't chase me down. That's odd.
Acknowledge.
Chase me down, please.
Moving out.
There you go, good boy.
Moving out.
Or girl, as the case may be. Okay, the Grenadiers are going to end up really killing my own guys. So we're going to put them in front. If anybody gets eaten, it's going to be them.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Any others?
Reporting.
Yes.
You got it. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
There we go. Okay, you're swapping out because you're going to be slower being half dead.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Oh, found him. Run.
Moving out.
Two of them this time.
Moving out. Acknowledge.
Okay,
Affirmative.
this is going well.
Affirmative.
Yeah, they would just be murdering our forces if we sent the whole group into the woods.
Affirmative.
Again, is this the funnest mission design in the world? Not really, but people would have been angry if I didn't show these missions. So, here we go. And I do want to do them. I want to show everything this game has to offer, including the silly Funpark missions. So, I'm totally okay with playing through these. Provoke them one by one. Lure them back into the Death Gauntlet. Oh, there's one. Run! Okay, you took an unnecessary hit there because you did not follow my orders quickly enough. Not following my orders right away often results in taking unnecessary damage or death.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I give my orders for a reason. Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
We'll gladly take these.
Yes, sir.
Recon bikes will help destroy the enemies faster.
Waiting order. Moving out.
More rocket troops are welcome. The chem soldiers, well, I wasn't too impressed by them when we did the Tiberium strain.
Reporting. Moving out.
Separate the bazookas, who are useful, from the chem warriors, who are generally not. Okay, separation complete. You guys get to hang back with the uncool kids with the flamethrowers.
Right away, sir. Reporting. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Moving out. Waiting order. You got it. Waiting.
Alright, see if there's any other velociraptors in these woods.
Affirmative.
Yep.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
I just let the buggies auto-target. Seems to be the most efficient way to get this done. Nicely done. I do not feel as bad about exterminating packs of velociraptors that have been killing people in the woods. This feels like monster hunting, to be honest.
Acknowledge. Moving out.
Oh, run. No, you idiot. These guys are so dumb.
Moving out.
That's all my buggies damage now. Guess I'll have to... Where is he going?
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Okay, his pathing caused an...
Acknowledge.
Alright, he's coming back. Alright, well, since all our buggies are now damaged... Oh, nope, that one's not. Never mind. Once all of them are damaged, I'll swap out for a recon bike. Those are faster, but they don't attack quite as quickly, so...
Moving out.
Kind of a give and take there.
Moving out. Moving out.
Oh, there was one, and that was my fault. I misclicked.
Moving out.
Run.
Moving out.
Alright, well, looks like we're swapping out for a recon bike now.
Affirmative.
Like I said, this is tedious.
Moving out. Moving out.
But you pretty much have to use some kind of cheesy or tedious tactics to do this,
Acknowledge. Moving out.
or your forces will just get absolutely mauled by the dinosaurs.
Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledge.
Any other raptors in this neck of the woods?
Moving out.
Oh,
Affirmative.
that guy, okay, he was hiding behind that tree.
Lost.
Sneaky of him.
Reporting out. Acknowledged. Moving out.
Okay, provoke him.
Moving out.
Okay, another raptor down. We only lost, what, 1 or 2 units so far, so
Moving
this is going pretty smoothly overall.
out. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, he missed us somehow. Run.
Affirmative.
Excellent.
Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
So this I'll point out because I'm a mapper. These are ridge ends. You know, you've got all these ridges. I mean, there's not really any examples on this map, which is rare. We have all those ridge lines snaking all over most of the maps, right? And the ridges are comprised of a variety of tiles. And because the ridges don't just extend infinitely, they come to an end, they have tiles that indicate the end of the ridge. These are ridge end tiles that aren't connected to anything. And if you know how the tiling system looks, they really stick out like a sore thumb. If you don't know, they probably just look like ordinary rocks and wouldn't raise any eyebrows. But I wanted to point that out because it's kind of interesting. That one really stands out. That is a south-facing ridge end with the shadow on the right. I don't know. Maybe if you don't know how the tiling system looks, that wouldn't... Whoa, okay, we found a T-Rex. That wouldn't look odd to you, but to me, this just looks all wrong. There should be ridgeline extending from the north of this, but it's an end with nothing connected to it. Alright, looks like he is following us. We'll take one more cheap shot at him just to make sure he doesn't lose interest. Okay, no, don't get that close. Alright, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, this guy's going to be real tough. Hopefully he won't eat too many people before we bring him down. Okay, he's squashing us. He's squashing us. We got him. Alright. Acceptable level of damage, I think. We should have more recon bikes. That's the hurt one. Okay. I think this is probably a reasonable point to save.
Moving out. Affirmative. 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 Moving out.
More just random ridge ends being used as rocks, I guess.
Moving out. Affirmative.
So now I think we just clear out the northern woods and then we're done.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Come on, wherever you are.
Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
Hello?
Affirmative.
Oh, there's one. I was going to say, remarkably few dinosaurs up here. Oh, I never rearranged my gauntlet. I'm an idiot. Why didn't I rearrange my gauntlet?
Yes, moving out.
Okay, well, let's actually do that.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Roger. Roger. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
After we kill a few more dinos, we should get another round of reinforcements. Then we can just storm the forest, and we'll have enough guys that we can just kill them all. So we won't have to continue this tedious method.
Reporting. Roger.
Grenadiers to the front.
Reporting. Moving out. Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Wow, even at this tiny resolution when they're just a few pixels, I can pick them out.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Unit reporting. Acknowledged.
Well, actually, you know, high screen resolution, tiny window is what I mean to say.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
There he is.
Acknowledged. Unit report. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative.
Oh,
Moving
run.
out. Acknowledged.
We took a hit.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Oh, he's spinning around in confusion. We got him. Oh, our buggies are damaged. I guess if I put them there, they are going to take a lot of collateral damage. Maybe I should move them back a bit.
Unit reporting. Moving out.
The recon bikes are still lightning fast, even damaged. Oh,
Acknowledged.
is he going to die?
Acknowledged.
Yep, he died. Alright, well, we know that guy's there now. Oh, and he's coming for us.
Unit lost.
Yeah, go ahead and kill the grenadiers. I don't really care.
Reporting. Moving out. Affirmative. Waiting. Roger.
Surprised I haven't gotten the last round of reinforcements yet.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Oh,
Acknowledged.
run.
Moving out.
Get out of there.
Moving out.
The raptors are quick. And now it's dead.
Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative.
Did I miss something over there? It's possible.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Send another guy over there.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
I'm feeling bold. I'm going to scout in 2 directions at once.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Oh, definitely something there.
Moving out.
Provoke it and run.
Yes, sir.
Anything over here that I missed?
Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, finally.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Unit affirmative.
More useless chem troopers and more very helpful rocket soldiers.
Affirmative.
Separate them.
Ready and waiting out.
Is that him in the middle? Sure is. Get out of there. Trying to fit in.
Affirmative.
With the actual useful units? How dare you?
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Seriously though, they will just kill each other, kill their friends.
Ready and waiting.
They're a hindrance to the team. They're a net negative. At least if we're gonna charge into the woods and start a big brawl with the remaining dinosaurs, they sure would be. Alright, let's just get in there, flush them all out, go nuts. It's hunting season.
Unit lost.
Moving out.
Unit lost.
Moving out.
Unit lost.
At least 2 still in there.
Lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
You see what carnage this is. Imagine what it would have been like if we entered the woods with our initial force when there were still tons of dinosaurs in there.
Acknowledge.
Massacre. Have I cleared these woods and yet there are still dinosaurs left? Where? Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, let's figure out where they are, flush them out, get them.
Reporting. Right away, sir. Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir. Roger. Ready and waiting. You got it. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Affirmative.
Dinosaurs.
Roger.
Why has the mission not ended?
Right away, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative.
I'm honestly confused.
Moving out.
Hello, dinosaurs.
Affirmative.
Is my game bugged?
Roger.
Not giving me a victory when it should?
Moving out. Roger.
There's more weird tile usage. These are supposed to be corner ridge tiles,
Affirmative.
but in fact, not even just corner ridge tiles, but this is like a 4-way intersection ridge tile. It kind of looks like it anyway. So it goes upward, it goes downward. It's also supposed to go right here, but it just ends, and it's also supposed to go left, and it just ends. Where the heck are the remaining dinos?
Moving out.
Maybe in the very northwesternmost corner. Okay, yup. That was stupid.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
That's gotta be the last one, right?
Unit lost.
It is just chewing through so many guys. It's ridiculous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Unit got it.
And that's why we had to do it the tedious way. Look how it just eats my units for breakfast.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, that is probably the most annoying of the missions. Well, we've been doing this for over half an hour. There's still 2 dino missions left. We're going to tackle those in the next episode, or if it takes a really long time, maybe 2 separate episodes. So we are approaching the real end of the Command & Conquer LP. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.